Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be looking at the new Toyota Tundra, and this one has the factory lift kit. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Brent Brown Toyota here in Orem for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to the website in the description down below. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Kyle. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 17 around town and then 22 on the highway, with power outputs being 389 horsepower and then 479 pound-feet of torque. Now, before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you need some more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you can see it's raised there on either side. We've got TRD here on the grille. And then really cool with the headlight design. And you guys can see with the kind of darker coloration there at the bottom. And yeah, overall the front end, it's pretty cool looking. Now our tire wheel setup is 265 by 60 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see the wheels, you got the TRD script there in the center all blacked out. And then we've got a 3-inch factory lift with this. And look at the springs, pretty cool looking. So obviously you could fit a much larger tire. That's just the stock setup, but I'm sure that's the first thing that pretty much everyone changes when they buy one of these factory lifted Tundras. Anyways, big old fender flare. You've got the fixed side step there, and then you can see here limited on the side, blacked out. And here's a quick look at the shocks and everything. And this is one benefit of the factory lift is the shocks and everything are already tuned for the truck to be lifted, which is nice. Now here's your side profile of the truck, and you can see how it sits quite a bit higher compared to a stock Tundra. Here's a stock one just to give you guys an idea of the difference with the height. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the drop down for the tailgate, which will hold that down. Pretty cool setup. And yeah, boom, pops down. It looks like this one's got the factory liner. I'll double check on the window sticker. But yeah, nice setup overall. And actually this might be the composite bed. Yeah, again, I'll double check the window sticker, but you guys can see here the sliders on either side. And then, did they make the tailgate? Yeah, the tailgate's automatic with the up function, just like the Tacoma. That's cool. So, you can see the tail lights here on the back. And then this one has the kick step too. And that's the rest of the rear. Popping inside, you can see really nice trim here at the bottom. And then look at these seats. Pretty cool looking, especially the print all down the center. And then yeah, more storage underneath, that's nice. Tons of legroom there, and we'll quickly pop in, so grab the grab handle. Yeah, legroom's good, got a little storage pocket. We've got some cup holders here in the back, little USB ports and everything down below. And then headroom back here is also really good. And this of course leads us up front, where you can see with the soft touch trim, we've got all of our window controls here. Mirror adjustments, the mirrors do power fold in. We also have our memory seat function, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors as well. And then the payload on this truck is $13.90, for those of you that are wondering. And then you've got the same cool design here with the front seats as what you have in the back. All of your power adjustments on the side. It's nice with the soft touch trim on the dash. And then we've got a bunch of practical controls, including our heated steering wheel button there. And then this has the fancy pedals too. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see nice trim all around, perforated on either side. Got a bunch of practical controls in the center, including for adaptive cruise control. You've got your volume and voice command controls as well. And then you can see here with the stocks on the back. And then full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which is pretty cool. And then we can scroll through different bits of information there on the side with it as well. But yeah, overall, easy to use. Oh, also drive modes. You can see those will pop up in the center. This one does come with the multi-terrain select, so these are just the on-road drive modes. 360 camera system, trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel, and yeah, you've got really good resolution all throughout. It's one of the strong points of the new Tundra is the camera system. And yeah, this has the larger infotainment system, so quick response time, yeah, for the most part. Did take a second for that first page to load up. And then it does have some physical controls below. So this is the only thing that's, I guess, attached to the infotainment system. The rest of it's all climate controls. This does have heated and ventilated seats. That's for the camera system, your stability control, hazard lights, rear locking differential, and then for the tailgate. And then you've got your parking brake set up there. TRD shifter, which is pretty cool. You can see the little storage area right there. And then we still have a traditional 2-speed transfer case. Drive mode select built in here. Just a better look at that. And then you also have your tow haul mode, crawl control, and then your multi-terrain select. And then this just has the uncovered storage space up top, but you still have the little window into the center console. But then you can also open up the whole thing, which is pretty cool. Got some USB ports. Nice trim here on the top. Same thing here on the dash as well. And good storage space there. Regular rear view mirror, and then we have the window that goes down the whole thing all at once, which is nice. So here's a quick look at the window sticker for this 2025 Tundra Limited. You can see quite a bit of optional equipment. I mean, the lift kit is $4 grand just by itself, and then got the TRD Off-Road package built in as well. $70,548 is the total MSRP on this truck. Let's take it out. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood, both the mirrors. The rest of the rear. And let us set off. So first off, I love the new Tundra seats in terms of the comfort. Pretty squishy, pretty comfortable. They do have a little bit of a sliding effect though, I will say that. What I mean is they're kind of slippery. It's not bad though, not bad at all. Just something interesting to note. But aside from that, gotta love the torque of this V6. So much. I mean, this is not the hybrid and still has a lot on the low end. The hybrid provides even more. Now, factory lift kit, I think this is the way to go, because that means that the engineers tuned everything for the truck with the lift kit, with the shocks and everything, and so it just rides so nice. A lot of times when you lift trucks, it really messes with the ride. And I'm just looking at that. Looks like the speedo's relatively accurate. I bet, my guess, I bet if you put bigger tires on this, then the speed would be more accurate. I've discovered that with some of these vehicles where the manufacturer puts what I'll call undersized tires, where obviously the setup could handle a much bigger tire, but then the speed ends up being more accurate. I mean, my Grenadier that I own, very good example. 31.5-inch tall tires from the factory. I've got 33s on it now. The speedo was inaccurate with the 31s, and now with the 33s that you cannot get from the factory at all, it's perfectly accurate. So I wonder if that's a similar thing to this. But yeah, anyways, it drives nice. It's really cool. And the new Tundra, I compared it when this first came out to the old, and yeah, it's a significant difference. The new one feels less clunky compared to the old one, but something to mention, the old one's got an engine that will go forever, and the new one, well, needs more time. I'll just put it at that. Needs more time to prove itself. Man, that is... We'll get a little acceleration here. Yeah, good torque. Good torque. It's really nice. It's a really nice drive. I think they've done quite well with this whole setup. So factory lifted Tundra. If you're gonna lift your Tundra, might as well get the factory lift, because then you're covered under warranty. And again, the damping and everything's already set. Man, this thing would look so cool with some bigger tires, like 35s. I don't know if you could fit it straight out of the back. I don't know if you'd have to cut some stuff underneath, but yeah, 35s look really sharp with this. Now, in terms of, I guess, the rest of the packaging, I think the limited TRD Off-Road's the sweet spot for a lot of people. This is a more expensive version with the lift, but if you don't get the lift, you're, you know, mid-60s. It's a nice setup. The most expensive that you could do with this would be a hybrid version, but then at that point, I think you almost might as well just get a TRD Pro, because you're at TRD Pro pricing at that point. Isn't that crazy? Limited with the factory lift and with the hybrid is the same price as a TRD Pro. That's crazy. So let me know what you guys think about the Tundra with the factory lift, and let me know if you're considering the Tundra with all the news that's floating around with the vehicle, with what's been happening. That's all.